Emily, have you decided what wines are going on your Thanksgiving table this year?
No, but it is an area of concern. I have to get that wine list ready.
Much research to be done.
Yes.
But if you also, like Emily, haven't just nailed it down quite yet, luckily, we're highlighting a pretty fun event that allows you to sip your way through local wines until you decide which one or ones you want to take home.
Oh, there will be more than one. Yes, the Indie Wine Mixer features more than 30 independent wineries over the course of 2 days. So you might just stumble into your favorite new wine this holiday season from some of our independent local producers.
Yeah.
Joining us this morning, we have Eric Berg, creator of the event and owner of Ricochet Wine Company. We also have co-owner of Gorilla Wine Company, Mariel Hartley. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Thanks for
Great to
having
see
us.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming back. I know, Eric, we talked to you when Indie Wine Mixer first became a reality. Super fun summer event the last few years. You decided to host a very indie Thanksgiving this year.
That's right.
Tell us about it.
Well, actually, this is the original OG Indie Wine Mixer.
Yeah?
Okay.
So, historically, Thanksgiving has been like the open house weekend for all the wineries in wine country. And several years ago, I wanted to do the same, but I didn't have a tasting room and I didn't have a winery. So I banded together with 4 of my indie wine friends, and we did like a little open house, renting space. And thus the Indie Wine Mixer was kind of born, and it has just grown organically from there.
You kind of touched on what an independent winemaker is. And I kind of want to highlight that for just a second, because that's why I love how you highlight these indie wine operations with this event. But for those that don't know what an independent wine company or independent winery is, what is it?
Well, I would say, and I think Mariel would agree, is we do all the things.
Yes.
And we're making the wine. We get the dirty hands. We're doing the budget. We're doing the marketing.
Cleaning the floors. You're doing the spreadsheets.
Instagram selfies.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yes. Some Instagramming is like that's 90% of it. But I think also, we come at it. A lot of us started as a side hustle, and then some folks like it to kind of be like a side hustle, but a lot of us aspire for it to grow into something.
Right.
And it's all starting like kind of grassroots and shoestring.
It does. It kind of runs the gamut from pet project to some folks who are winemakers for really big brands that you probably recognize and kind of want to do their own little project on the side, which is very cool. And by getting together all of these small wineries, you've created something very unique. This is going to be happening at your new winery/tasting room. You've got a space now.
Yeah, it's a little daunting.
Yeah.
And I got the keys to the place like 2 months before harvest, which is not a lot of time to set up. But yeah, and I kind of wanted to create a space that was also sort of the Indie Wine Mixer on a daily basis. So because I came up in a place where I was renting space and didn't have my own place, I have some winemaker friends that are now making wine under my roof.
Right.
And it's kind of just helping to rise the tides for all of us.
For sure.
But yeah, it's going to be like this inaugural. It's an event that's been happening, but now we're going to sort of inaugurate this new
formalized
space.
it a
Yeah,
little
bit.
celebrate it.
Mariel, you're one of those wineries
Yes.
under the Ricochet et al. Group brand. So tell us about what it's like to get to work with fellow winemakers and how that helps support you.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we obviously don't have our own vineyard. We don't have our own winery. We need the equipment. We need the space. And, sometimes bouncing ideas off of everybody, kind of seeing how other people do things. It's kind of an amazing opportunity. We're really grateful to Eric for having us. He's a wonderful friend and also just a pretty cool guy. So we've had a lot of fun. There's a lot of beer drinking. Sometimes there's some Bloody Marys at 11 a.m. when you're winemaking during harvest.
I learned that the last time I paid a visit to Ricochet, had a chance to stop some grapes with you guys this year, and I learned that winemakers actually drink a lot of beer. You can only have so much wine.
Mix it up every once in a while.
Yeah, we call it Harvest Gatorade. It gets us through.
Harvest Gatorade,
Gatorade.
Gotta hydrate. Well, with that said, what are some of the wines that people can see and sample when the wine mixer comes around?
Well, this is actually folks that are under the Ricochet et al. Roof. So we have my wines, but then we have Human Cellars, we have Gorilla, we have Z Wines and Through Lines. And so these are all the folks that have kind of come on board, and then they'll get to showcase these wines at the Indie Wine Mixer.
That's great.
I love too that folks get to come and try these wines and talk to the winemakers who are usually the ones pouring the wines. I mean, Mariel, this is such a fun, kind of laid back approach to interacting with winemakers. What do you enjoy getting to talk with folks about when they come to check out your wines?
Yeah, I think people ask really cool questions. They're interested in the process of making wine, and we're able to speak to that obviously on maybe a different level because we are the ones doing it. We build everything from the ground up. We do all the processes, sometimes by hand.
Yeah.
So I think it gives people kind of a unique window into the entire operation of making wine, especially at the smallest level possible.
Yeah, and I think I can vouch for just about every single one of these labels. They're all,
personally
they're all
attest.
really good wine.
That's really cool, and I do really enjoy, coming from a novice perspective. That laid-back approach is always really nice, right? It can be intimidating sometimes. So to
Absolutely.
know
For sure.
that the winemakers are also kicking back with a couple beers as well, it's nice to know. Where can we snag tickets if you're still looking for them?
So indiewinemixer.com is the best place to go. It gives you all the information. We're actually now doing 2 days for this, so it's going to be 15 wineries per day.
Okay.
And then there's a weekend pass as well.
Before
there's
we
a
run
little
out of time, look at your screen. Here's the info you need. IndieWineMixer.com. It's all going down the 23rd and 24th at Ricochet Wine Company. A very indie Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for being here.
Cheers to that.
And thank you for joining us.
Stay
We'll see you
dry out
tomorrow,
there,
everybody.
everybody.